Hello, guys. Hello, and hello, and hello, and hello, and hello. It has been forever, it seems, since I have done a live stream. Probably coming up on 2 months. But I figured why not do this live? I have a lot of goodies. Um, my husband's annual bonus has come in, and kind of what we always do is, obviously we pay bills first. And then once all of our bills are paid, we then give ourselves a spending budget with the balance. So I've been spending mine. I do have one thing that I bought at an actual antique mall on our trip to Leavenworth over the weekend. But the rest of this I found on Marketplace. Oh, and these books, I showed these in the craft swap book box video. These came from a Facebook group that I'm in, but we have a private chat going because we have our own round robin box that we've been sending around. These came from one of the people in that, but some of the stuff that I bought on Marketplace, I bought partially because of what's in this stack. So just as a reminder, these are the little golden books. These are kind of one of the things that junk journalers like to do. I've never done one because historically I've not been able to find these in my community for a reasonable price. I'm not going to pay $5 for this book that I'm going to take apart. So I have skipped and missed lots of purchases of these. And ironically enough, I got these in the mail from James in the group chat. And then the very next day, 25 golden books or 15 little golden books for $25 showed up on Marketplace. And I'm like, okay, I'm not buying more. I've got plenty. So in here, I've got It's Christmas, Cinderella, Jungle Book, The New Baby, Roadrunner, The Ugly Duckling, Little Golden Picture Dictionary, Seven Little Postmen, and then 3 different train books. Toodle, Little Red Caboose, and The Train to Timbuktu. Just gotta try to work these labels off, which I will do off camera because there's several of them that have the price tags on the covers. So keep some of these in mind. I'm going to set them aside for now. First, I'm going to show you it's weird. My mic falls over and it puts it on mute. First thing I'm going to show you is going to be these items. There is an antique mall and fruit stand that we pass on our way to Leavenworth, and I hadn't stopped in there in quite a long time, but we decided to stop in this time, and I'm glad we did. Stuff in there usually is like way out of ridiculous prices, so usually we stop in there to buy a snack and a drink and use the bathroom. Don't usually do a whole lot of shopping there. But this was the first thing that caught my attention. Sorry, these were in this plastic bag and priced $5. And I was like, oh, yes, music sheets. But look at these. July 1920. And we got some really old ones. This is 1889. These are actually printed on what I now know as rag paper. I don't know if you can see if we can. Well, you can hear the difference. This is much thicker paper. This literally is a single sheet versus a single sheet. Can't really tell the difference in thickness, but this is much thicker. This is, I would say, like maybe construction paper thickness, but it's what's called rag paper. And I've got a bunch of these very old sheet music from the 1800s. This one's 1878. I love this image. This one is 1886. So, yeah, lots. Move my gummy butterflies out of the way. They're getting hung up on stuff. Love this. $18.91. So there is that. And it's got some neat little yummy goodness throughout. But the eek. Okay, so you can get these back in the back. This was also kind of why I decided to do this one first, because I knew, obviously my hands are going to get dirty and gross again, like they did the first time I looked through these. So again, I got all of these for $5. Now in that same booth, hi, little kitty. I'm looking for my baby wipes. Cannot find. So when it gets time, I'm gonna have to run to the bathroom real quick, wash my hands. In that same booth were these two books. Okay. This one, Children's Activities. $19.50. Oops. No, I don't want to invite guests. Oh, hey, you. Well, yeah, and the real test of that would be to have somebody on stream with me, but, your sister's been otherwise occupied. I bought this book for $14. Again, it's $19.50. Love the quality of the paper. Love the feel of it. But what I really like is all of this illustrated imagery and the fonts. So there are cute little poems in here that I'll probably cut out and like back and turn into, like little journaling cards or tags. Those storylines and this cracked me up. Marie lives next door to Mary Bird. Marie and Marty are the same age and they are very good friends. Marie has a white cat named Snowball. Marty has a little black dog named Cinders. So it's like a story with pictures in there. paid $14 for this one. And then this one, I paid $6.50, and it is in defense of Ingalls, Oklahoma, Battle of the Cascades. So this, lots of color, not colorful, but aged fonts, aged pages. I love some of these really old pictures. So that was my purchase from the antique mall. Let me go wash my grody real quick. Kitty, are you keeping people company? So keeping people company. Oh, but now I need to blow my nose. I should have done that while I was in the bathroom. Please hold. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Okay, then I went to the marketplace, and this is where I've gotten myself into a bit of a So this was, the ad said it was Piper's paper, which I had no idea what Piper's paper was. So of course I Googled it, and I was like, whoa, okay. So it's like paper designed for like painting on so Piper's paper, it's sticky on one side, peel back, low tack, stick it down, you cut your stencil out of it, and then for painting, so that way your stencils don't move. Now, so that I was like, oh yes, that would be an awesome addition to my junk journaling supplies. Well, and then I get there and I get, well, at first he only brought out one box, and I was like, I got it back out to the truck and back to my phone, and I'm like, wait a minute. The ad said I was supposed to be getting 3 boxes. Put in 1, 2, 3 over here to the left. He went out and brought the rest of it out. Now, this is what it is. It is not sticky. It is very thin, kind of like tracing paper, which is fine. I definitely will utilize it in lots of different ways in my junk journal. So stay tuned for future videos on using this, which I have now a lot of. And because he went back into the garage to find the other 2 of these, he brought this out too and said, I'm going to include this as well. This is 500 sheets of granite Simpson vellum, but it's not vellum paper, clearly. It's regular. I would say not like maybe presentation paper thickness, but it does have neat little, you can't really tell. Like our money's got flecks of denim in it. It's kind of what this looks like. It looks like it's got threads mixed into the paper. And a nice big stack of that. I've got to clear some space now to put more paper. This I'm going to hold on to for now because I do love the inside color of this, and I can use it to back tags and stuff. So again, yes, I'm not throwing it away. So the paper was fun. Okay. Ooh, I cannot carry this entire box over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 vintage Raggedy Ann and Andy books. Copyright 1939. This one, I think, was printed in 61. So, but again, nice, fun, big, bold font. Lots of fun pictures that I can pull out and use. Back, make tags, tucks, etc., etc., etc. So, do I need this many Raggedy Ann and Andy books? Yeah, no. So I will probably figure something else out for some of these. That, and you know, if there's ones that go with a theme, I may turn one of these into a journal. We'll see. Paid $50 for these. Today, I ran into town for this purchase. And the gentleman said that, you know, he'll keep an eye out. If he comes across any more stuff, he will let me know and contact me, and we can work out some deals. So, Railroad Magazine and Railroad Stories. Love that caramel color of the paper. Good old advertising on the inside. Looking for a date. 1936. So lots of good train images that I can use in my little golden book. Trains, the train ones. It's funny. But yeah, that's it. And then Railroad Magazine. Again, lots of old advertisement I can cut out and back, you know, and just turn that into a little journaling card or a big journaling card. Old school stuff. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Railroad Magazine and 2 Railroad Stories. Okay, I'm going to move those to the back. Okay, in addition to those, bit of nostalgia for sure. The Invaders, Alien Missile Threat. Cute little book. Written by Paul S. Newman. I don't know if that's like the Paul Newman, but it's copyright 1967. But cute little book. And there's pretty much a colored picture on every flip. So Whether I use this for the pictures or I use it for the font, I don't know yet. Because just flipping through it, I'm not really seeing any images that go, oh yes, awesome. But cute little book, tiny, and see how small it is. And then these are absolutely adorable. My first thought was I was going to take them apart and use the pages in collage. And one of them I probably still will because, or two of them. The giraffe one, because it doesn't have its cover. And this one for sure. Why the little elephant got spanked. Because it is falling apart. It's got half pages. It's been colored in. You can see it's just falling apart. So this one I'll probably use in collage. But how stinking adorable are these little books? I mean, this one's all there. I mean, I suppose I could just make its own cover. I'll have to think about that. But look how cute these are. Oh my gosh. So I got Shame on You, Baby Whale. Which if I may do, I may turn all of these like the little golden books. I may do that with these and turn these all into little miniature journals. The two stuck in the mud rhinoceroses. Rhinoceroses. And these are dated 1948, I believe. Yeah, 1948. The baby camel and his naughty father. Oh, there's no book in that one. Oh, that would be this one. Nope. Because that's this little giraffe wants to play. Well, there's no book in there. Tiger Kitten's Poor Tail. The Little Leopard and His Fat Stomach. Look out, baby bears, here he comes. I don't know. These might be fun to just turn into little mini journals. Oh, this one's missing its book too. The Brave Father Gorilla. The Baby Hippopotamus Adventures. Meow, said the Fierce Baby Lion. Hop, hop, little kangaroo. So. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little books that are complete. One that's missing its cover. And 2 covers that are missing their books. And then one that's falling apart. So that one I'm going to leave out. These I'm going to set aside. Okay, now here comes the big woohoo. Medium flat rate box full of envelopes and stamps and stuff. And this gentleman is moving, taking a 3,600 square foot house and moving into an 1,800 square foot. So he's, finally getting rid of stuff that he's been hoarding for a while. He did say that these belong to his brother, who was an avid stamp collector and trader. So before I do anything with any of these, I'm definitely going to be looking them up to see if there's any of them are, high value. But there's like American Scientists, Luther Burbank, first day of issue, 1940. And when you open up the envelope, there's like a card inside. Oshkosh Cover Service. So, a little writing. So these are going to be fun to use in a journal. Like I said, provided, I don't want to stick like $100,000 stamp into a journal that I sell for $100. So, but famous inventors. Oh, this one's cool. It's in a glassine. It's an envelope within a glassine envelope. I don't know what that first day of issue means. Anybody, a stamp person, knows? There's a lot of them that are stamped right here, first day of issue. I'm assuming that's the first, that these were mailed on the first day the stamps were available. I have all those. Lots and lots of envelopes. Cool little stamps. Look at all these. Look at all this yumminess. All this yumminess. Gutenberg Bible. Dutch. So Dutch stamps. I love all these little glassine bags too. Extra win for me. Ah! Now this is one of the times where I bought something for like really super cheap, and now I feel like I need to send them more money. Hey, there's a nail on my floor. Get that before you jam that into my foot. Aren't last year's stamps a little cheaper? I love it. Dutch. Canadiana. 1957. '100th anniversary United States postage stamps. Oops, keep like flipping them out of the box. Stamps, 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 and stamps and stamps. Yeah, in fact, the guy that I got the little books from, he's like, yeah, he goes, my brother, I got a whole big box of stamps. He goes, my brother and I, he goes, I don't know for what reason. We just got on a kick. And I was like, well, if you want to pass them along, just shoot me a message. Yeah, oodles and oodles and oodles of stamps. And again, that first issue, if anybody knows what first issue, if I'm thinking incorrectly or thinking correctly, well, if that's what that means. State of Indiana case stamp. How cool that is. Okay. Oh, some old invoices. Pick Motor Hotel, 95 lunches at $3.75 each. 4 fruit punches at $7.50 each. %4 tax. 11/1. I wonder what year this is. No idea. Canal Zone. Betty Morgan. Ooh, more railroad stuff. Beach nut packing. Some of this is just old envelopes that have never been used. Okay, that's gonna Pennsylvania Railroad. Oh, how fun. Coupon Response International. I'm not sure what that is. More Pennsylvania Railroad. Canceled stamps. I don't know if that's the date. 10/10/34. Maybe. Not sure. Okay. Set this. There's another Coupon Response International for me to figure out what those are. Got all of these. Alfred Cox. So, lots more here. I got all these postcards, pre-stamped. Just really kind of cool. Have some postcard fun. These are, again, envelopes that have images on the envelope themselves. They're like commemorative or, specialty envelopes. Those are look like it's going to be a lot of fun. I did see there when I was stopped at a stoplight. There is an envelope in here somewhere of the return address is the White House. Century of Postal Progress. It's going to be cool in my, a lot of these, some of these are going to be really cool in my postal journal. Let's bring this down. Those aren't going to fit in there. Okay. Switching over. I don't have any room. Anthony, are you still watching? So again, that's more envelopes, different kinds, dates, stamps, locations. These are like the Zephyr, more postcards. It's interesting. It just, addressed and sent home. No note, no. Hi, how are you? I love you. No, just a postcard. That's all you get. All right. Well, he might catch it on the flip. So these are kind of cool. Boy Scout National Jamboree, June 30th to July 16th. Boy Scout stamps, on my honor, I will do my best. Boy Scouts of America. And then on the inside of these is an informational card. First day cachet cover with the 3-cent postage stamp commemorating Boy Scout Jamboree at Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, June 30th to July 6th, 1950. Was serviced by Albert R. Morgan Sr., Cubmaster, Pack number 3664, Tri-Ridge District, Chicago, and son Albert R. Jr., Tenderfoot Troop number at Valley Forge Post Office during their visit to the Jamboree on June 30th, the first day of issue of the stamp. This cachet cover is a collector's item. Very cool. And there's a whole bunch of them, 1910 to 1950. And again, there's an informational card on the inside. Belmont Scout Ranch envelope. I don't think there's anything in any of them. I think it's just empty envelopes. Yep, the letters that were once contained within are no longer in there. Some more of those. Boy Scout stamps, Civilian Conservation Corps. Another Boy Scout National Jamboree. Belmont Scout Ranch. This actually has something in it. It is. Taos is the only place that has no dimensions. It was laid out by Vara 6,700 feet high and humped up in places. If ironed out flat, it would be twice the size, completely sunken in rotten politics. Wonderful climate that sometimes turns into a howling blizzard, controlled only by the ports of entry and that controlled by politics. Tourists, yes. Indians, yes. Cowboys, very few. Artists, yes. Two kinds, male and female. A species of humanity that can stand for hours and oh and ah at a clump of aspen trees or a hump in the ground. Eat a dish of scenery with cream and sugar. Argue the last art exhibit and the beauty of a string of chili. A necessary evil. But come to this land of sunshine and pinto beans. Get some of this real estate in your gizzard and grass burrs between your toes, where women are all called mujeres and corn mice. Taos welcomes you, but don't come broke. We have plenty now in that condition. That's funny. Cub Scout leaders, August 3rd through the 9th, 1952 at Philmont, New Mexico. That's funny. Greetings from the 3rd National Jamboree, 1953. I can't get it out. What's the malfunction here besides owner operator? Or besides operator error, I should say. Dear Betty's, don't go calling me lazy just because I'm sending you this kind of a letter. Wait till you get a hint of the schedule of what we're doing and seeing down here. And you'll marvel that I've even got time to lick the stamp. Boy, don't think I'll ever live long enough to forget this jamboree down here in California. He's like, me. It's got everything a city has except brick and steel and streetcars. Arrived okay, didn't get to talk to Ruth, only waved to her due to short the sunshine really burns if not careful. Kind of cool. Your popo. So I guess at the jamboree, they had these, pre-manufactured little letters that you could send home to your loved ones. Cute. But yeah, thought it was really cool. The little Boy Scout stuff. People that don't know me don't know that my boys were both in Boy Scouts. My daughter was in Girl Scouts. But yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Then in here is a bunch of different stuff. So I've got like Illinois beer tax paid. There's postage cancellations. She was saying he was surprised by that. He didn't realize that these were of collector value as well. These are 1947, 49, 42. So those are going to be fun. Different kinds of postages. This is long ones and skinny ones. So these are cool. I'm going to be spending some time on the eBays, looking to see if, you know, before I use anything. Like I said, I'd hate to like stick a stamp down and then later find out it was, you know, $100,000 stamp. All right. Then I got this book. This was a last minute edition. He found this as he was packing more boxes. I thought, oh my goodness, this is really cool. And I was on a live stream earlier, and I let Muzz know that I had this. This first section, I don't think had any. Oh, it does have some. So I have to go for a while. There's the first one actually in here. And she kind of let us know on the live stream that the glue that holds on the back of Israeli stamps are actually kosher. So that's interesting. Never really would have thought of that, right? Kosher stamps. So this one is from 1949. You can tell that's no longer tape. That tape is no longer taping. I don't think I have any washi on my desk. I'm just going to get a roll out. Now washi tape is low, it's a low tack, so it won't permanently stick to any paper. So this is gonna do it just to hold it in there. See, and it'll just pop right off. We got a full page of here. These are 1950, 3, 5, 10, 15, 30, and 50. Whatever their denomination is. I don't know what their money is. Okay. Then this is the next page that has anything. These ones have actually been canceled. Yeah, it looks like that one's been through the mail as well. There's that one. 1952. Postage due stamps. So when you send something to somebody and you don't put enough postage. This one's really cool. I love this one. Let's see. By my remote. Neat looking old tree on there. 1953 festival use. Oh, festival issue. I do know how to read, I promise. I love that these are one-sided. Youth Aliyah, 1955. Independence Day Festival, 1955. Magdalene David Odom, 1955. Tribes, 55 and 56. More Tribes, 55, 56. Festival issue, 56. National Museum, 57. Independence Day, 57. These are really cool. I really like these. Love this. Tabil, Tabil. Again, the tape has oh, that's interesting. There's perforated lines around this square and then through in quarters. Maz, what is this? Why is that perforated? Again, just doing this so I can get it stuck back in the book. I didn't realize you were listening. It won't focus though. It's Tabil. It's got 100, 200, 300, and 400. Exposition, International Philatelic. Philatelic. Tabil International Philatelic Exhibition. I'll send you a picture. Yeah, my camera, it doesn't not like to focus at all. Hey, Mona. Yep, I texted it to you. Merchant Marine, 1958. I love the ships. Those are cool. Honoring the Jewish New Year, 1958. My Boy Scout stuff keeps wanting to fall into the Israeli stuff and block my path. It's funny, I got all these little rubber band pieces, rubber bands that no longer rubber or band. Urch. 50th anniversary of Tel Aviv. Okay, cooperate with me. Seriously. You could totally help me rabbit hole and get your mind off of other stuff. On astrology. Oh, that's cool. Memorial Day, 1959. Funny looking through some of these. I know that in some of the stuff that I purchased through Wish a long time ago are like replications of these. And I'm like, oh, you stinkers. I love these little tapes. The tape ain't taping no more. But yeah, definitely want to keep them in the book. Like this one, I know that I've seen this one on some of the stuff that I've gotten from shipped over from China. This one would have been a cool one to have. National Stamp Exhibition. It would have been cool. The symbols of the zodiac. There's my Leo. Libra, Scorpio, Pisces. Aquarius. Oh, they're labeled underneath. I'm sitting here guessing. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricornus, Aquarius, and Pisces. Those are really cool. Oh, those are really, really cool. Symbols of the zodiac. Oops. The wind is blowing like crazy outside. How pretty this one is. Does zodiacs play a big role in Israeli culture? I never really gave much idea of the zodiac stuff outside of like China and Japan, and Korea. Red Sea Fish, 1962. Oh my gosh, those are so pretty. Airline souvenir sheet. Stockade and Tower, 1963. More Red Sea Fish, 1963. Very cool fishies. Wow, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. IZHAKBEN-ZVI, 1964. Second President of Israel. I find that weird, though. They've got the second president of Israel, but they don't have the first president of Israel. Did the second president do more historically? Did he do something super special that warranted him his own stamp? Huh. Golden Dawn has both astrology and numerology and more in the Hermetic order. That is the end of my stamps. Early in 1948, when the printing of the first Israel postage stamps began, ancient Jewish coins were selected as their motifs. Their inscriptions in ancient Hebrew characters were no longer readable for the average Israeli. The late David Remez then minister designate for communications and posts, insisted on making the inscriptions of the coins accessible to the widest circles. Therefore, their transliterations into modern Hebrew characters was decided upon. A suitable place for this information, together with some short explanation of the date of origin, was found under the last row of stamps. Thus, the Israel tabs came into being. This innovation was generally accepted, and stamps with adjacent tabs became an eagerly sought after collector's item. The printing of stamps with explanatory tabs was continued. All Israel issues, with the exception of postage dues, are embellished by this interesting feature. Following the system adopted by the set, the explanatory tabs are usually found adjacent to the bottom row of each sheet, but there are exceptions. So that must be what, let me find one. Let me find one. Like these. So you got the stamp, and then right below it, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, and then Hebrew. This must be what they're talking about, of the tabs. It's Jock. Huh, okay. Yeah, these are definitely cool. I like the, it's like a stamp secondary to the stamp. Kind of cool. I think Isaac. That's very cool. So I got all of these stamps, all of these envelopes, all of these envelopes, all of these canceled postages for $35. Can sing in Hebrew but cannot talk. Eurovision song always has. Huh. $35. And this guy, like I said, he's moving from a 3,600 square foot home into an 1,800 square foot home, and they have 2 weeks to finish packing up their house and moving out. So he goes, if I find any more stuff, I will let you know. And I'm like, yes, please do. Right? I was like, $35. And he even actually lowered it to, he added like another stack of envelopes into this, like, a stack. I can't even figure out where my camera's at right now. Like a stack of envelopes into this that he found after I started talking to him. And he added it in, and then he lowered the price to $30 because he wanted to get them sold. And I'm like, you don't have to lower the price. I'm going to pay the $35. I just, we were playing in a serious game of tag you're it. trying to get our schedules coordinated. Because it's like when I was available, he wasn't. And then when he was available, I didn't have a car. And yeah, so it was, yeah. No, if you know somebody, for sure, hook me up. Because yeah, I mean, I definitely want to look all these up and make sure that, like I said, that none of them have any like value, like monetary value, before I cut them up and use them and collage with them and, you know, all the other stuff. No, the stamps were his brother's. And when his brother passed away, he was the executor of his stuff. And so it's just kind of, you know, been out in his garage. And now that him and his wife are moving into a smaller house, he's like, okay, I need to pass on some of this stuff. So yeah, he didn't know anything about them other than he goes, I just remember being told that if I find really cool stamps and it's affixed to an envelope, don't steam it off. Save the whole thing, envelope and all. You know, I don't know. I didn't ask. I know many people with a wealth of knowledge, I'm sure. I don't know of anybody, actually. I was sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, I mean, my closest friend, you know, my quote unquote sister, my bestie, and her husband, they're both Catholic. My husband's family, mom's side of the family, is Pentecostal. Dad and his wife and crew, they're all Mormon. I don't really have any like friends. Sure. Yeah, we're gonna stay in touch too, because like I said, he's got for the next 2 weeks, he's gonna be packing his house. So if he comes across any more, you know, and I told him not just stamps and envelopes, if he comes across any like old documents, newspaper, magazines, anything of that nature, to please give me a call and let me know. Everything about everything. This was a cool. When I saw this, I was like, "Oh, this is really neat." And yeah, I was like, "Oh, I feel like I should pay him more than $35." That happened to me too. When that's what started all this. When I, way back when I answered a marketplace ad for craft supplies. And then after we got everything loaded up and we ended up filling the entire bed of my truck, the entire back seat and floorboard of my truck, from the floorboard to the ceiling, door to door. And then I was sitting with more stuff in the floorboard with my feet sitting on top of it. And when we got it all home and got it unloaded and I really started looking through stuff, I'm like, I'm going to send him some more money because he only charged me $250 for it. And I was like, there's like thousands of dollars worth of stuff here. And so I sent him, I still didn't send him as much as it was obviously worth, but I sent him an extra $200 because I was like, dude, this is a lot. I mean, the scrapbook paper alone that I got in that haul was probably a couple $1,000s. Not to mention all the stamps and the ink and the punches and the scissors and yeah, that started this whole thing. That's what started the chaos of my craft room. Well, I'm glad you do, Mona. I've never been a big history buff. Or not so rubber bandies. Like Pam at the paper outpost says, don't rubber band your stuff. Because before you know it, over time, your rubber bandy is no longer bandy. Which is very true. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how we've got like major wind going on right now. Surprised my internet's not freaking out. These are cool, really cool little pockets too. I don't even know how to go about looking up stamps. Stock transfer. Those are cool. Netherlands. Surname Netherlands. It's cool that there's Dutch. Speak a Deutsch. U.S. Mint 50 cents. Sent to the U.S. Mint. $1956. Rhineland. I don't know why I keep trying to pronounce stuff. I'm just going to end up butchering it. He's supposed to use a tweezer. Rubber band isn't bandy. Supposed to use tweezers. And I don't have a monocle either, so I feel like that's a required component of looking at stamps too, is to have a monocle. These are really cool. I wonder how they look like they're homemade. This looks like a time card. And they're all different. Yeah, some spillage happened here. Lord knows I have plenty of those. Left one. Something stamp. Something of mint and used stamps. March 14th, 1958. Funny. Phone GL 10830. That phone number. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Pretty cool. Yes, 58. What time is it getting to be? Oh, look, right at my TV. Delete. 45 minutes to figure out what I'm going to make for dinner. So yeah, I'm going to sort through these and things that are like clearly just envelopes. Oh, if there's any in that stack. The mail goes through. That's funny. Things that are just like this, I'll probably use for decoration. And save these ones for other stuff since they're actually have handwriting on them and there's stuff in them, like ephemera type stuff. The ones that have stuff in them. What's everybody else doing for dinner? Anybody got any ideas? Well, I'd really like to say that myself, but my husband's probably already going to come home in a bad mood because I called him out on his crap. So, probably not going to be too happy to begin with. So, I should probably at least cook some dinner. Called him out on his bullshit. There you go. Tilapia is good. Good white fish. Like this envelope is not even open. It's sealed closed. sent through the mail. $19.34. Nothing in it. Just a blank envelope. You are correct, Muzz. You are very correct. Tilapia is fish, Mona. It's white fish. It has a very mild fishy flavor. It's so weird for me to think, that it used to be a thing to like literally just take an envelope, seal it up, and send it home. Just for the postmark, There's something in this one, but it's not ever been opened. 1948. We'll never know what's in there. Oh, yeah. It doesn't happen that way. They come home all pissy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done talking in circles. So go play on your PlayStation and leave me alone. Because literally it would be talking in circles again. And having a conversation that's already happened 3 other times. It still hasn't reached a conclusion. I used to say stuff to my mother-in-law. She's like, well, he's your problem now. I'm like, I know you didn't raise him to be this way. So like this. Just to have it postmarked and canceled. I'm like, what's the point in that? The same with that one, All right, guys. Well, I think after I throw some more stuff around, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this stream so that I can go dig through my freezer and find something for dinner. We're obviously not going to be barbecuing anything tonight because it's windiest. I'll get out this today. But with that, I thank y'all for coming in. Thanks, replay crew, whoever comes in and watches this after the fact. Hit the thumbs up on the way out if you didn't do so on the way in. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I can get back into the swing of anything. Definitely on the struggle bus of depression lately, so getting myself even up and doing anything has been a challenge in and of itself. So, but I'm here, I'm alive, I'm on this side of the dirt. So yes, hit that button, hit the subscribe, and we will talk at everybody later.